afternoon everybody, welcome to the flower patch. My name's Iris Smith and I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Welcome guys, some good news. Behind us, Jackie boy is going to a new home. It's been sold. I've got to wait for the customer to arrange with me a day of collection. So I'm going to miss him. So thank you for all for your wonderful comments as well yesterday. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, guys. I really do. You're all wonderful people. And I'm so, blessed that you're all watching my, tutorials. It really does mean a lot. Right, today I'm going to make, and I've already prepared everything. So today I'm going to do a grapevine wreath, but a very quick one or easy with hardly any elements. And I've grabbed hold of a 16-inch grapevine wreath and I actually pushed it in to make it oval. I was a bit, will it snap? But it didn't. So I've created it into an oval shape. I know you can do that with the spruce ones and things like that, but I wanted to try it with the grapevine. And I've already attached the bow in advance as well. So we're going to work around the bow that's in, and I've also placed a hook out of one of the ribbons also. So I'll show you the grapevine. It is that there's the bow in a burgundy velvet. The hook is here as well that I've created out of the burgundy velvet ribbon. I've done 4 6-inch loops of the burgundy, one tail end up here. I haven't placed a gold one up here, and then I've done a tail end down here. Then I did 2 5-inch loops here in the gold and just placed one tail end coming down, and then I had 2 long tail ends what go right down here, what will be attached to the bottom here. So that is what we've done today so far. So, and again, I've already prepared, I've got extra bits here and some here in case I may need some more. But we're going to do it in magnolia leaves and fern. And just, that is it. I've also got out just 2 different berries. I've got some blackberries here and some rose hips that I want to attach, one of each colour to this, one to the centre of the bow here, and then one when I tie the tail ends at the bottom there as well. So I've only got one each of those. Again, I've already prepared. I've placed on these all picks before I started. I've still got the couple of bunches down here in case I need more. But I've got my limey green coloured spiky fern, and I've cut them on a short stem because I don't need them long. So I've done that with, I don't know how many, but quite a lot. I just kept snipping and, placing them on picks. So I think we either need a few more or that may be enough. So, and I've done the same with the magnolias. I've got the magnolias here if I need any more. I've got the green one where it's got the brown back, and then I've also got the brown one, if you can see, just the brown on the front and the back. So I've still got some more of those here in case I need any more. But I've pulled off the main stem. I've got the empty stems because I've left the stems here in case I could use these for twiggy bits. So, on another project. So I've kept all the stems, and I've placed these as well and cut the stems short. The green ones with the brown on the back on little picks as well. Again, we don't need long stems. So I don't know how many I did. I just went a bit happy. So I've got quite a lot of the green here. I don't want as many brown as I've got green. So I've just cut a few off to start with. If we do need any more, again, we've still got the others you know, that I can just pull off and add picks on. And I've cut those all down as well. So I want to show you that you can still make something for Christmas, something very simple, without any lots of elements, but elegant as well, and quite effective. And you know, it would look stunning, whether it be on your door or inside, anywhere. But it's, you know, especially this could help for people who are just starting out and they want to make something really elegant, and you know, they haven't got many elements, you know, if they're just starting out. So if you don't use these, you could use other, you know, leaves. You could use let me think, eucalyptus, that, you know, you could use if you wanted willow instead of a different effect of the round leaf. But I'm going for the shape more of an oval because the wreath is oval, so I wanted an oval shaped main foliage. So I've gone for the magnolia leaves. So I'm going to bring the camera down and we're going to start, and we're going to see how quick this can be put together and also how beautiful it will look at the end. So one moment, everybody. So I'll just bring you down here. I hope that will be enough to see. So again, I've attached my bow at the top. I haven't attached the tail ends yet because we will be working around that area, and I'm not sure how long I want the tail ends at the bottom here to hang down. So I may either just loop it over like that, or I may just have it hanging straight down and attach it straight down. So I've left that as it is. So now what we're going to do, we're going to you know, we're not going to put all the green ones in first. We're going to put green, then we're may add the odd brown, then as ferns. So everything's going to be added in, you know, different stages. We could like put a green one in, then I decide to put a fern in straight after. So there's no set way of or order of placing in our foliage. So we're going to alternate. So I'm going to start around here, and I'm going to place in a green magnolia. Then I'm going to grab a fern and I'm going to place that with it. So I'm going to incorporate the fern with the different coloured magnolias as well. So I'm going to grab another fern, and I'm going to put that underneath as well, so it's behind the magnolia. And what I'm doing is, as we come up around the bow, we'll come like this, and then we'll start lifting the leaves up, if you can see, so they go round and then they start to go down the opposite way. So that's what we are going to do. So let's grab a brown magnolia. We'll incorporate the brown into it as well, like so, and overlap your leaves also, so you've got that coverage from the wreath. So we'll bring in another fern. Then we'll add in green, and it's whatever you feel that needs, what colour needs to be going there next. If you want to place two green magnolias next to each other, that is fine. You know, there's no right or wrong way on this one. It's however you feel, you know, you want it to look. So we're going to be, as you can see now, I'm starting to move the fern so it's sticking virtually vertical, but it's going to be moving around slowly. So we'll place in, I want a brown one. We've got to not forget under our bow. Let's just see. Have something there as well. Again, we will tidy up the bow when, as you know, near to the end. And then I'm going to do the same with this magnolia. Start turning it so it's coming this way. So we'll add in a fern with that as well. So you can see that it's the foliage is starting to move direction, if that makes sense. Just lift that one a little. Then we'll get another place another green up here, and again I'm starting to move the foliage around. So it's basically coming over the top. As you can see with the fern, it's moving, you know, direction. And this is just so it all blends in and it doesn't look odd. We don't, you know, we don't want to get that look that it looks like out of place. You want to try and softly move the direction of the leaves without it being too noticeable. So there's going to be quite a few elements, stems placed in. Let me just turn it so I can see under here. That's in the wrong place. Let's just cut that a little shorter. I can get it in, I can't see. There we go. So that's starting to come down now, the fern. Let's get a brown. We're going to bring a brown down here. And I've chosen, like I say, again, with the bigger leaf because you get more coverage. And that's what we're looking for. Add in some more fern. So now it's starting to bring the shape of it going the opposite way, as you can see. And I'm doing it in a subtle way. Let's get a brown, bring a brown in. And these magnolias are all different size leaves. Right, I've just seen something that I don't know, it's not in. It's sat on top of the grapevine. I didn't push it in very well. So let's do it again. I may bring another one. Let's just have a look. I may bring another fern actually. Just where the bow is. So then now we'll start to come the opposite way down our wreath. Let's just bring that one there and pop another fern. And again, this is a wonderful and an easy project for all you lovely people to have a go. I'm going to bring a fern up here as well on top. So it's on, not just around the sides, it's on top also. Excuse me, it doesn't matter if your ferns, because these have got a front and a back, but you can barely tell the difference. So, and plus it doesn't matter if your leaves are slightly, you know, twisted in a different direction. That's okay. Make it more natural. And we'll just carry on. Let's get a brown. And it's you know, really fun to do, quick, especially if you're in a rush and you really need to get something done quite quickly. And I'm going to carry on incorporating the ferns on top as well. And some on the inner side. Oh, that's a bit long. And as you can see, I'm pointing everything now going down this way. So you're just following as you've twisted it slightly at the top, and you just follow it down then with your foliage. And we're going to do the similar thing when we come around where the tail ends are going to be attached down at the bottom. Again, I'm going to just attach them there. So we're going to go just slightly past here. So we're going to do the similar thing what we did at the top, and subtly do it, you know, bring it around so it starts to look like it's pointing, going up to the other side. So I want to, so as you can see, it's starting to come around. Instead of just going down vertical, it's starting to slowly bend over to come around this side. So now I'm starting to bring this magnolia, you can bend these, so you started to just bring this around now to the right. Bring just getting that into place. I feel I need one coming on the top here. So let's just place one. Out there. I think I may need another brown. I know I don't want too much brown. So we're going now where the bow is here. This is where I want to attach it before we go any further. So I think for some reason that wants to go that way. Let me just cut a little bit off of the burgundy one. Oh, I've cut too much. That's better. So I want to just grab this and have it just slightly with a little loop here by just bringing it up and pushing it up and into position. Then I'm going to get a floral wire. I'm going to pinch it where I'd like it to, the floral wire to go around. I'm going to get my floral wire. You could use pipe cleaner or anything that you feel most comfortable with, just to hold the tail ends together. Twist it at the back a couple of times, and then I'm going to pop it through the grapevine wreath. so I don't want it so it's going to flop. So let's just thread our wire through one. Now is that going to flop? Yeah, that's going to flop a little bit. So I may have to bring the wire up a little bit. So let's just see if I can pull it through. Perhaps not. So I may have to just undo that again. And just open the so about there instead. Twist at the back. And then we'll pop it through again. I usually use my weaving needle. I may have to with this piece. It's better. Twist it at the back. Let me just place it into the wreath at the back. So it's got just two small tail ends. If they show at the bottom, that's okay. I don't mind that. So we'll just bend those over. So it's not pulling. It may look like it's pulling, but it's not. We've got some give on it, so you can, if you want to, spread it open like so. So now we're going to carry on, and we're going to go round. That's not catching on anything. That's better. I may need another green one there. There's a little gap here. So just to hide that gap. We'll sort that out a minute. It's pulling a little. And then we're going to now start to bring subtly again our floral foliage around. As you can see, see if I could place that under there. green. And I'm going to go under the tail end here where we're slightly bringing it round. I may want a brown one in there. Yeah. So then we'll bring a brown under as well, the tail end. Just see if I could push it in a little bit more. And we'll just incorporate a fern with it as well. Again, we're changing direction. Right, that. Let me just pull that out. It's missed where it should have gone. Bring that there. And then there's this one as well, what's not caught onto anything. I may put a smaller green in there. And we're going to be coming up here. If I turn it around, again, we're going to be coming around and we're going to stop around here. So it's like that. I think I need just another green here. I can see a little gap. It's better. And I'll bring a fern in as well. So it's going like that. I may need to cut the odd one, a few more. I've got 2 brown left and 4 green, or 5 green. So I still feel I need a brown here for underneath. I know I've got one here. I could bend that slightly to go there. I feel there's going to be one needed here for definite. I can put a bit more glue on it. There. So if we need that there, I'd like a fern coming out from it as well. You know, on the top part, like that. So that's how it's looking so far. It's looking really, really pretty. I don't know whether, you know guys, with the tail end, I don't know whether to attach it after. so then it makes it easier. So I may attach it after. Third time lucky. So we'll just take it off, get the wire from underneath what's still in, and we'll just work and we'll attach it over the top. So I'm going to bring in at the bottom again, coming round subtly. Excuse me. I saw something popping out. What was that? What was that? Let's reposition. Excuse me. I've got a bit of glue on there. Okay, we want to be seeing the ferns. I want to just place that one like there. Again, we're coming around. I think I'm going to have to get a couple more brown ones. Where's the brown? Oh, it's the green. So I'm going to pull off just a few more of the brown off the main stem. Place them on picks. And this is all that I did with the rest of them. I want a bit more glue on that one. So we'll get a brown, and mix it in with these. And can you see how it's slowly changing to come around? And that's what my aim was, to bring it around. We'll add in the fern once I've got these few in. Oh, I've just seen a glue string. bring the green here. I may need another green as well. Green. Let's take a few more of this and place on picks. We may need some more fern also. I'm going to place this one here and the brown just on the outer side. And we need one more brown. I feel we need a brown down here under the bottom. And then that should be plenty. So now I've placed in all of our magnolia. I think that one needs to be. I may need a green there because I can see a gap. So we'll place another green. The glue off of my fingers. Yeah. So we've got all the magnolia in. I'll just grab the bunch of the fern. I'll take some more off of these. I feel we're going to need a few more. Oops, just drop one. Put those in there. So I'm just going to slightly just stand up. I'm going to need those. Oh, it's a glue string. And it's such a lovely, you know, nice, different wreath to have. Again, as I said yesterday, some people don't like traditional. They like something different. So this is another, you know, gives you another idea of having something different instead of, you know, what you feel everybody likes, you want to be different, which is not a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. So we're going to be placing now in our fern. And again, subtly going out and, you know, down vertical, and then bringing it round. We'll do along the outer side first. And now it's slowly coming round to come up. As you can see, and then you point one coming just upwards. So then we've done around the outer side, so we'll add in on the top around here. And again, there's no, you can place in as many, you know, ferns, magnolia leaves, or whichever foliage you're using. Just to blend it all in. Oops, I just pulled that one off. Let me just re-glue the stem. Got a bit of glue on that leaf. There we go. I'm thinking of, do I place another one there in green? Let's just see. Or do we do it in brown instead? I think brown. I think it's brown. Just because it looks a little empty on the ends here. And again, place in another fern. So we've got, that's what we've got so far. Let me just check if anything's coming out. I can see just a couple that has got a little bit of this stem. Let's just chop that one. Where was the other one? I don't know if it's, other than that, oh, one moment, I found another one. yeah, other than that, everything is fine. Piece of that. Right, now the bow. So I've got 2 more twigs left that I've placed. I could incorporate maybe one there. Let's have a look somewhere else. Maybe one under here. Let's just reposition this. It's not sitting correctly. Oh, I've just pulled that off its head. Let's glue the fern back on. Like so. So we've used all of those. So I want to sort out this tail end again. 3rd time lucky. You can just have it dangling down if you wish. You don't really have to have it attached. Just try and break that wire. Right. So if you feel you would like it just to hang over like so, you can, or make ringlets. I just feel I'd like it to be attached. So where's my floral wire? So let me just turn it this way. I'm going to just wrap it around once. And twist it to the back. And then look where I'd like it to be attached. And I'd like it somewhere around here. So I'll pop that through. Instead of it being hidden, you know, under the foliage, because I want to put the berries on. Let's see. There we go. Twist. And then push back inside. So there we have it. So now I'm wanting to place on our berries. So I've got, as I say, one of each. I don't want the foliage because I want to keep away from that. I want to just use the berries itself. So we'll cut those off of the stem. And all I want to do is just mix them and add one like that. So where we've got our tail end, place one there to cover our mechanics, and then one of the black ones place as well. With it, and just mix them together so they're not just looking like there's a little bunch here and a little bunch on the opposite side. Just have them together like so. It's just those on its own, and we're going to do the same in the center of the bow up here. So we'll just part the bow, place that one in, and then we'll do it, just part the bow here, and then mix that one in and just get them and mix them together. And that's all I'm going to do on that. Just something simple. Nothing really to it. Let me just place that back on its stem, so I don't lose it. Move those out of the way. So that was just something using 3 different foliage, the brown magnolia leaves, the green and the fern, and then just a bow and some berries. And that is all I am going to do to it. It doesn't need anything else. If you look how I've done it, let me just get rid of my mess. Something really pretty for Christmas, simple, and beautiful, what would look lovely on anybody's door. And I think that's really, really pretty. You know, something again different. If you feel you want to add in another foliage with it, you know, add in another foliage. I've just caught my hand on something. It's where I cut the wire, the stem. I didn't cut it short enough. If I can get to it, I don't think I can. Let me just see. What's that? Oh, it's the wire on the wreath. Oh, I wondered what it were. So yeah, and then just do a bow. If you just want one colour bow as well, you know, that's fine. I want those 2 together as well. You know, it's fine just to have one colour. You don't have to have 2, or if you want more than one colour, you know, you could have that as well. Just to give it that really pretty, just a little bit of an accent to it, and you know, and add that little bit extra. You could keep these 2 bows on top of each other, but because they're the same width, you know, and the same size ribbon, I want to just separate them a little bit so you can see them both. Now at the bottom where the tail ends are, I've got the gold on this side and the red there, so I'll alternate it and I'll switch them over so the gold's now on that side. So you can keep it like that as well. So that is our beautiful Christmas magnolia and fern wreath. Something so simple, what would look stunning. So I'm just going to bring out my easel so we can place it on. When you're, you know, just remember to keep overlapping the leaves so they're covering your foliage, your grapevine. I'll bring that there. Let me just lift up our camera. Let's just stand back a little. I don't know if you can see. I may have to pull it up a little bit so you can see. I don't know if that's good enough. Oh my goodness, let's just bring it higher. I hope you can see that, guys. Look at my cat. That's just leave. So, I hope that you enjoyed that, guys. And I hope that you find it, you know, something just so simple without lots of foliage or floral. And you could make something just with 3 different foliage. Well, the 2 really, because the 2 are just different coloured magnolias. And just add in a few little berries and a bow. And you can make it look so elegant and simple and eye-catching as well. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. And I hope you give it a go. Especially if you've got as well. I always find if you want to add in a little bit more foliage or different, you know, textures of foliage or a third foliage or maybe 4 and you've got oddments left, you know, or scraps left, and you feel you've got enough to add in all the way around, you know, just or dot them around in several places, you know, use them. Always use them. I always check my leftovers, and also in my scraps I also check them as well to see if there's anything, you know, left that I could use in any arrangements on, you know, even on any tutorial. So and it's a good way to get rid of your scraps, to, you know, empty that box so you haven't got them there just not knowing what to do with them. You can always make something beautiful. So again, give it a go, guys, whether it be with the magnolias, whether you want to use monstera, or if you want to use aspidistra, or let me think, gosh, there's that many different ones. You can get all different types of oblong leaves as well. I've got some, I don't know, let me see if I can see that. I can see one of them, one piece. Oh yeah, it's one stem. I've got these as well. These are the oblong leaves, and you could use those instead. They're not as thick as these, so you could, and they come like that on one single stem. You could use something like that. You could use, you know, eucalyptus, or you could actually place in where the magnolia is, use big fern, and then where the fern is, you could place in little leaves, maybe ruscus, ficus, eucalyptus. You know, you could swap the, you know, the way around, and instead of having the fern here, use the fern for your main foliage. But I'd go for a bigger fern if you're going to do that, though, because otherwise if you use smaller fern, you're going to be, you know, having to fill lots of it in if you're going to use a small one. So I'd go for more of a bigger one, you know, to do that. And if, you know, you have a go, have fun, guys, and enjoy. Just something so basic, and, you know, I say plain is maybe the wrong word, but has such a, just, you know, a great effect. A great effect. So please subscribe, share and like. To everybody who you know, guys, bring them along to show them some different styles that we do, you know, different colours, contrasts, textures and things like that, and bring them along to have some fun and maybe give those some ideas to have a go themselves and also yourselves too. So take care, everybody. I won't be here tomorrow. A busy day. I have a wonderful weekend, and you know, you can still comment, you know, or send me a message. I don't mind answering. As I say, you know, I will always message even if I'm not doing a tutorial, so you know, that's okay, guys. And if there's any questions or things you need to know, or a bit of advice or some tips on something, you know, always send me a message. If you want to send me a private message, message me on email. My email address, which is theflowerpatch2401@gmail.com, and I will gladly receive your messages or your pictures too. If you've done something and you're not sure about it and you'd like some constructive criticism, again, just send me your pictures. I will gladly help. It's, you know, my honor to help. I love to help people out, to give them a little advice so they can be exceptionally proud of themselves on the finishing touches. You know, instead of, I've had some people where they doubt themselves and they're not sure they like it, but they don't, there's something not right, and I've, you know, given them a few tips and ideas. They've gone back, you know, added them in or taken something out, and they are absolutely then really, you know, proud of themselves that it looks much better. And so you should be. So you should be, guys. Whatever you're doing, always be proud, you know, and always, you know, keep it up and carry on. You can only get better. You really can. So have a wonderful weekend. All the best. Good health. God bless you all. And I'll see you next week. Bye for now, guys. Bye-bye. Excuse me. Right, let's go and have a look. Close up. Let's take this off the stand. Oh, I'm wondering if it's... Oh, there we go. Look at him. Right, there's the bow. The lovely velvet burgundy bow. Again, with just one tail end at the top. And on the bottom here, I did one tail end of the gold, but another tail end of the burgundy. And then I just added 2 loops of the gold frayed edge ribbon and did long tail ends where I attached them to the bottom and had just something in the center, and just added a few little black berries and red rose hips. And we've had our beautiful brown magnolia and also our green magnolia, which they are really quite thick. They're very good quality, but they, you know, they're lovely. And then our lovely spiky green fern. It's a bit like a two-tone, if you can see the darker tone with the lime tone. So I thought by adding that, it would just give it that little pop. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and I hope that you're going to give it a go. So when you do, enjoy and have lots of fun. Bye for now. Bye-bye.